Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series, presented by Secure Lift Boat Restraint Systems, Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Tonight, it's All-Star Week. Good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim. I don't know why that started playing over top, but it surely did. Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights, where the All-Star race absolutely should be. The best All-Star races were always hosted here. These guys are in a lot of throwback paint schemes. I've kind of been flicking through them all. There's Jerry Nadeau and Ken Schrader. There's a bunch, 2 or 3 anyway. Terry Labonte's. There's an Alan Kowicki, and I don't care how many times you do it. It's awesome every single solitary time. Coy Callis got the Rusty Wallace paint schemes going. Todd Cleek, Adam Petty. There's Michael Everett running the Dale Earnhardt Jr. paint scheme. That is one of the Richmond Night Raceway. They did a big deal with the Looney Tunes guys. There was a movie coming out. That's another Dale Earnhardt Jr. scheme on Brad Ebel's truck. It's his National Guard scheme. Love it. Cam always does the best stuff. I mean, here he is. I mean, look at that. You Hardys. Come on. What? Now, I was told Connell Funeral Home was on here, so there you go. Yeah, you can definitely put the fun in funeral. There you go, there you go, there you go. Reed Rundle, pretty much, the old man just running the old time. That's fairly famous anyway. You look at the old guy there. Kyle Gomez, the 55, actually has the paint from Jeff Gordon's Busch Series days. That was actually on a Ford. He stuck it on a Chevy, but that was actually a paint scheme on a Ford. For 2 years, Jeff Gordon ran that Baby Ruth paint scheme in the Busch Series. We talked about Gomez's. Adam Vinny and his tribute scheme. It's not a throwback, but it's definitely a tribute. And he did a good job bringing that home on the podium on Monday night over at DSRL at Las Vegas in its debut. Kevin Spaulding. There's Don Jordan. That's Davey Allison, most famous Haviland paint scheme ever. A Ron Hornaday paint scheme on the 33, or on the, it's actually the 10. He's running the 33 here. Mike Forstner. And that is a throwback to Ralph Earnhardt. 1965. That was what was on Earnhardt's. There's the Alan Kulwicki scheme. I don't care how many times you put it out. It doesn't matter if it's the Hooters or the Xerox scheme. That thing's going to get some camera time just because. I'm big Alan Kulwicki. I relive my childhood watching all these throwback screens. It's awesome. I enjoy when they do this every single solitary time. There's one of the Terry Labonte Kellogg's Cornflakes paint schemes. There's two of them out here. I can't remember. Is it Dana Ryan running the other one? No, Dana Ryan has Mark Martin on his truck. The Haviland. There's another one of those. We even have a Rick Corelli paint scheme running around out here. Is Kier on the racetrack? Let's see. Where is Todd? I do not have him out on the racetrack at this moment. Tyler Shea's on, and I know I saw his name in the pylon. And the most famous paint scheme of all, probably, next to the Intimidator's paint scheme. The king himself. Practice session going to wind down here pretty quickly. It's going to be 3 stages tonight. The drivers may not pit between stages. In stage 2, they will be required to make a green flag 4 tire pit stop, and then stage 3, the top 10 are going to be inverted to start that. Payouts tonight. We're going to try to talk to the top 5. We are going to try. I say try. And I mean we're going to try. But qualifying about to get underway. This is going to determine how they start. It's 100 laps total. A lot of drivers already rolling out onto the Speedway. Why do you need one, Tiny Dancer? Hello, Mr. Forstner. And do you need one? There's a Winn-Dixie truck right there. Man, I missed who that was. I'm looking. I have information. It's Justin Smith in that Winn-Dixie Mark Martin. So there's a couple of Mark Martin schemes out here, too. There we go. That is a Busch Series car. Hello, Mr. Brunner. No, you are not late, sir. Open qualifying. Everybody can go out. So you'll see a lot of drivers maybe trying to catch a little draft off the truck in front of them. Victor Fluga. And that's a Terry Cook paint scheme on the 10 truck tonight. There goes Mr. Smith to the top of the board in the Winn-Dixie machine. That's Kenny Schrader's number 52. It's on the 79 tonight of Brian McAvoy. Here's Todd Keir's truck. That's the Rick Corelli throwback right there. Some of these guys digging deep in the vault, man. It's awesome. Hello, Bill. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys. Smith still quickest, 30-11. Steven Pearson, I didn't see what Pearson put on his truck. Oh, he brought out the Kyle Busch. Or probably in this case, looking at that paint scheme, that is probably the Elliott Sadler. His most famous M&M scheme is the one he flipped all the way down the turn 3 at Talladega, I believe. The car was destroyed. And another. That's a Terry Labonte, or a Bobby Labonte Interstate Batteries car, or truck in this case. His throwback. Brandon Mackey. The old Mike Skinner going on. I think some of these guys were. Oh, yeah, this one's for Kenny Wallace. This is from 96. Kenny Wallace's paint. Mike Skinner ran that same paint. Doing the old Herm. Corey Blevins with the Jeff Gordon National Guard throwback paint. He goes to the top of the board. 30-10. Harley Barletta is up there as well. How is everybody doing tonight? Is everybody good? We got good weather, bad weather? We expecting good weather, bad weather? Do we got a favorite driver we're cheering for tonight? Shout out to Marilee and Aaron. Secure Lift. Pretty sure they're watching. Just waiting for them to say hi in a chat. There's Jersey. What do you say, Jersey? Did you watch last night, man? I thought your driver had that thing locked up, and then calamity coming out of 4 to the white flag. That was wild. Blevins is still on top at 30.100. Barletta, 30.102. McAvoy's at 102. Greg Smith is at 30.11. And then Travis Scheid at a 1.6. Pack racing and pack qualifying is what we're doing here. The boys at DSRL are over here at Charlotte, both races next week to close out their season 27. We're going to get to see what it's going to look like for Monday night right here. This is Dana Ryan trailing Michael Everett right there. And you can see they get tight going through the corners. Oh, and Everett snaps it loose off of turn number 4. He's going to go for the Roval. He was trying to hit that last corner there for the Roval. That didn't work out for him. Reed Arundel. Now he's going around. That's, what's you call it? Travis Smith. No. Jonathan Scott. 51. That's a Jerry Nadeau throwback paint scheme. I think some of these guys are old enough to know who some of these guys are. And they're running great paint schemes. Awesome paint schemes. The old Cartoon Network, Scooby-Doo and Friends. Adam Benny's out here. Right now, 11th on the board, but I think he's trying to find somebody he can sneak up to and draft a little bit here. And he might have found it. Might be able to get near Pearson. Oh, Pearson pulling it off down the backstretch. Just scrolling through the guys on track right now. Adam Vinny did pick up a little bit of speed there. He moved himself to 5th. One of those last couple laps. 30 drivers are in here. Top 5 making a pretty good payday, and then they'll pay another handful of spots out, I think down through 10th. We'll try to talk to the top 5 at the end of the night. These drivers cannot pit within 2 laps of the... Oh, woo, hello, don't stop on track. Within 2 laps of the end of the stage. They will announce the pits are closed via the driver chat, and then the driver cannot pit 2 laps before or during a stage break. If they do, it'll be a penalty and or a disqualification. So these guys are very, very much got to pay attention. And McAvoy snatches the pole right at the end of the session there. So he'll start out front in this thing. Stage 1 is 40 laps. McAvoy and Blevins, the 79-24 on our front row. Then Barletta, the 81, and Greg Smith in the 60 in row number 2. Adam Vinny in the 64, Brandon Mackey in the 99 in row 3. Our fourth row is the 6 of Travis Scheid and the 10 of Victor Pfluger. 21 of Garrett Boyd and the 1 of Dana Ryan in row number 5. The 6th row will have the 51 of Jonathan Scott and the 43 of Father Time, Reed Rundle in it. Stephen Pearson in the 83 and Cody Smith in the 33 in row number 7. Row 8 is the 69 of Mike Forstner. Coy Callis in the 2 will start to his outside. Your 9th row, 56 of Brad Ebel and the 44 of Tyler Chazon. Then Todd Keir, the 88. Todd Cleek, the 45. The Todd and Todd show in row 10. Ryan Camba, the 204. Kyle Gomez, the 55. They make up row 11. Row 12 is the 25 of Kevin Spaulding and the 8 of Michael Everett. Don Jordan in the 28. Frank Chavez, the 23 in row number 13. Our 14th row is Chris Gaxel, the 707. And Russell Harold in the 19. And your back row, the 18 of Travis Downing and the 47 of Derek Bacorn. 30 drivers. Man, that's hard to say. There's a lot of fast guys. There's a lot of guys that have a very legit opportunity to go win this thing. But forced pit stops, pit strategy. You only get 2 sets. You got to take one of them under green in stage 2. We'll roll them off. And we know the 2 guys at the front, tough customers. The top 10 is riddled with guys that have or can win in this series. There's my Jimmy Spencer. Used to be the 77 ran that paint scheme. But tonight, Derek Bacorn in the 47 is going to pull Jimmy Spencer out of mothballs and put him right next to Bobby Labonte. I mean, man, I'm 20 years old again. Pace car is out of the way. It's All-Star Night of the Midwest Truck Series, presented by Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. And the green flag is in the air. A little inchworming going on. A couple of guys tried to anticipate that start about mid-pack, and I'm surprised we didn't have a little jacked up bumpers and a couple of sideways trucks right there. It looks like we're going to get away clean. We'll be side by side most of the way back through the field. Up front, McAvoy had half a truck on Blevins coming out of 2. Now they're going to be dead side by side, drag racing into 3 and 4. Whoa, Blevins sideways. Everybody evasive maneuver. Oh, he got hooked up on the bumper of the 10. And we are going to have just a parking lot coming out of 4. Wow. That was a lot of cars. A lot of cars. Blevins sideways. He's got it saved till right there. Now is Victor Pfluger. Just got enough of him on that left rear corner with his right front. damage to numerous cars. I think Pfluger might be done. Front end of that truck was totally destroyed. No resets. I think Bacorn and some of these guys, the back actually got woed up. There was a few that did not. You can see 28 truck missing the right front fender. Left front fender's wrinkled up pretty good. He may have a hard time with that truck the rest of the evening. I think Michael Everett's got his left front crushed in. He's got damaged. The 60. Nose is pushed in a little. They may be able to pop that out. He may end up being okay. Ebel's got damage. Don Jordan got a little damage. Well, he got a lot of damage. He didn't get a little. He got a lot. And Victor Pfluger, his truck, I think the engine was hurt on that truck. He hit the front end so hard, I think he probably killed the radiator, and he probably put himself out of this one. Blevins just got a little free, and he had the truck saved. Just made enough contact with the 10 truck to start it all over again. It went the other way. Nobody really did anything. Blevins just got loose on the high side. Everybody pretty much missed him, except for when he got it straightened out. He and Pfluger got together, and it just started the whole chain reaction thing over again. So you pull him out of the mix. You put McAvoy, Barletta, Vinny, Mackey, Scheid, Boyd, Ryan, Scott, Rundle, and Pearson in the top 10. Drivers are allowed to pit under natural cautions, but it does not count towards their 4-tire pit stop in segment 2. It's just an extra pit stop, and they only get the 2 sets of tires. So a quick caution right out of the box, turn 4, lap 1. We're going to get them doubled back up, get them ready to go green. We'll restart. Caution laps are not counting. All right, Barletta and McAvoy are going to get us restarted here. Barletta on the outside of that front row. Pace car will make a very late exit. And we'll get ready to hit the start zone. Restart All-Star Night for the Midwest Truck Series. Here we go for the second time. Good, a restart for the front 4 for sure. 5th place. Well, that's Garrett Boyd. And he is just trying to tuck right in there, stay in the draft. He's the only driver not side by side with somebody. And he's going to ride up here along. Oh, truck into the outside. Jonathan Scott got loose on the high side. There goes another one, Mackey. No caution yet. Mackey got it straightened out. 43 trucks head. Here we go. Caution's coming. We're going to get to watch all this. How are we not getting the caution? I don't know how we're not getting a caution. He just lost his right rear somehow right there. That truck destroyed. I'm not seeing a caution. I don't know how we don't have a caution because of that. I'm not sure. That was pretty wild. But Barletta got the lead while we were watching all of that mayhem. McAvoy and Vinny, then Boyd and Ryan. Truck slow on the bottom. That's the 19 of Russell Harold. He was part of that incident. He's just limping the truck around. Dana Ryan right there in the one truck. I'm not really sure, Jersey. I want to say I know what's going on. I would just straight up be lying if I knew why we don't have a caution. It's getting a little racy back here. Fourth place on back. Adam Vinny got around McAvoy. He's on the hunt to go get Barletta. So Ryan gets up to fourth. Cody Smith in the 33 is working on Garrett Boyd. Tires starting to come up to temperature, a little less wiggling and jiggling through the corners now. Boyd right back by Smith. Rundle back here in the 7th spot, and he's got a couple side by side behind him. That's Travis Shad and Mike Forstner, the 6 and 69. And Coy Callis in that 2 truck in 10th. We're going back towards the front because the battle for the lead is heating up already. Barletta out front, Vinny. Trying to work the bottom side. And Barletta, a little snug. Late exit to turn 4. And that's going to allow Vinny to lead his first lap of the evening. They're coming up on the slower truck of Don Jordan, the 28. Top 3 have broken away by about a full second over the rest of the field. You can see Ryan back there. As they work past 22nd place truck of Don Jordan. All 3 of your leaders get there before we get to turns 1 and 2. Barletta going to dip inside down here in turns 3 and 4. Vinny up the hill a little bit. Oh, contact, and Vinny's into the fence. Looked like Barletta wiggled just ever so slightly coming out of 4. He and Vinny were coming off side by side, and that may have put a big scuff down the right side of the 64. The right front fender looks like it might have a little wrinkle in it as well, and it does. It's pushed in. We'll see how much that affects his handling. It's definitely going to affect his speed a little bit. He falls to 4th. Now Garrett Boyd is looking at the back end of the 64, wants to dip to the inside. Not quite there yet. Vinny's going to try to park between trucks and see if he can draft this thing out. On the high side, Boyd, big run from the 21. And he will zip right by. There's a nice little gap here for Vinny to slip into in front of Smith. Vinny out of 4, finds the outside fence once again. Barletta clear by over half a second. You know, I might have figured it out, Jersey. It's all-star race, and we're going throwback. So time to get a little excitable. Vinny's settled into 5th. He is really tight, it looks like, on the exits of the corners right now. That time Smith whacks the fence coming out of 4 with the right rear. Got a little wide there on his exit. McAvoy, meanwhile, reeling Barletta back in. He's got it down to just a couple of truck lengths. Ah. McAvoy not able to do anything with Barletta as of yet, but it's not for a lack of trying. He keeps peeking, getting out of that mirror. A little peekaboo. Trying to get the nose to the inside, and every time Barletta finds a way to just gas it up a little further and holds him off. 16 in the books. This is only stage one. The intensity is going to ratchet up the further through the night we go. Closer we get to the pay window, the higher it's going to ratchet up as we ride along here with Brian McAvoy. Oh, big wiggle from the 81. That might be enough. McAvoy packed a little air on the right, left rear corner of the 81. Got him free right there. Barletta had to lift and chase the truck, and now it's a half second just like that. Ryan, Boyd, Vinny the top five. Vinny's able to settle in right here. Damage to the truck. Probably can be pulled out under caution or in between stages. Reed Rundle sixth. Cody Smith, after his brush with the fence, settles back into seventh. And now Forstner and Scheider going at it for eighth and ninth. And Coy Callis, Ralph Earnhardt, Alan Kowicki, and Rusty Wallace. Right there with Ron Hornaday. I mean, this is, this is an old-timey NASCAR when NASCAR was still NASCAR racing right here. Barletta and McAvoy, half second apart. It's another full second back to Ryan, but Boyd is starting to close the gap. It's about a tenth and a half over the last two laps. She reels the one in ever so slow, and you saw that wiggle, and Boyd brushed the fence. Hit it pretty square and didn't hit it but just for a second right there. He does it getting into turn one, too. That's a tough place to do that because the truck doesn't want to wedge up and turn when you get it squared back up over all four tires like he did. We wanted it to start to shift that weight onto that right rear a little bit. And boy, I'll tell you what, brushing the fence doesn't allow you to do that. And now Adam Vinny getting closer and closer, and that's starting to take a little air off that spoiler of the 21. And I feel like that truck might just get looser and looser as we go here. Vinny alongside now, all the way alongside. That moves the 21 way up the hill. He cuts it down. He had a good run. He got the truck to turn. We'll see if this run out of turn two is beneficial for the 21. Should be a monster run, and it is. That'll put Vinny back between Boyd and Rundle. Saw the 21, the 43 both get a little snug and then a little loose through turn 4. Meanwhile, your two leaders are starting to get away a little further. McAvoy is starting to yard Barletta. He is a second and a half now. It's still a second and a half between Barletta and Ryan, but Ryan is about to have a whole pack of company. Let's go back to 7th place, Mike Forstner. 5 seconds off the lead. Smith and Scheider side by side. Battle for 8th and 9th. Seems like we've been on an 8th and 9th battle for a little bit here. It's been 3 different drivers. We're about halfway through stage 1. Go back up to 4th, 5th, and 6th because Adam Vinny worked his way around Garrett Boyd finally. Boyd staying up on the top side around the Speedway. Oh, and a little wiggle out of 4. He and Rundle almost get together. Now Mike Forstner is in this mix. So we're through 7th. We're 3rd through 7th right here. Adam Vinny's working on 3rd place. Dana Ryan got the run out of 4. All of this about 4.6 seconds behind the leader and about 4.3 seconds, or about 2.3 seconds, excuse me, behind 2nd place Harley Barletta. It is getting hot back here, 5th, 6th, 7th. Mike Forstner on a run. He was a couple, 3 seconds back of this group, has run them down by himself, and now is starting to pick his way through the pack. Reed Rundle dips to the inside on Garrett Boyd, trying to cover the bottom line. Now Rundle tucked behind the one of Dana Ryan momentarily up the front stretch. Ryan went to the outside there, opened up the clean air. We're going to go 3 wide. No, we're not. Forster wisely backed up just a tiny bit. Because Boyd and Rundle still side by side. 99 of Brandon Mackey rolling off pit road. He is multiple laps down, like 1 or 2 here. I think he just went in for his pit stop. We should see pit stops from some of these guys within the next 9 to 10 laps. Battle for 5th settled down a little bit. Let's go look at McAvoy. He is 3 seconds ahead of Harley Barletta, and he just lapped the 20th place truck of Michael Everett. Everett was part of that very first caution, so I'm sure he's toting around a little bit of damage. McAvoy cruising out front. Todd Cleek, the 45, is the next truck in front of McAvoy. And he's about half a straight, not even half straight. He's about a third of a straightaway in front. He's got nose damage on the 45 truck, so probably a little bit like driving a snowplow at high speed. It's pushed in the middle. The gap is just growing. McAvoy is stretching this thing out. It's all going to end at the end of the first stage, and everybody's going to be pulled back together. That's Greg Smith in the 60 behind Harley Barletta. Barletta's second, 4 seconds behind your leader. And then Adam Vinny's another couple of seconds behind that. About 3. Dana Ryan, Garrett Boyd, Reed, Rundle, Mike Forstner. Rundle with a brush of the fence out of 4. That's going to let Forstner take a run at him. Forstner clears the 43. Move him up to 6th. Forstner to the inside of the 21 of Boyd. He'll clear him. Move Forstner into the top 5. Getting close to the end of this stage, just a few laps away. McAvoy, 4.3 and growing. And now Dana Ryan under fire from the 69. Here comes Forstner late in stage number 1. Going to expect pit stops in the next 3 to 5 laps. Inside, 69, Forstner. Outside the 64 of Adam Vinny. Forstner would like to clear that 64 truck before they get to the 60. And the 60 is going to get all the way out of the way for him. He goes down, cuts through the grass. And that allows Forstner the room to clear Adam Vinny. Move Mike Forstner to 3rd. .3 seconds from the leader. Adam Vinny dipping out of line. Does that mean he's coming to pit road? It very well could. Hard on the brakes, drops it to the apron, and he'll head for pit road. He and Rundle together. So this not the mandatory pit stop. This is just a stop for one of the 2 sets of tires that they are allotted. Into the pits. Barletta is already in his stall. McAvoy first. Forstner is second. Then Ryan Boyd. Boyd dumping off. He heads for pit road. So does Callis. Ryan Kamba stays on the track. It'll move him up to 5th. Let's go find McAvoy. He's 8.7 seconds ahead of Forstner right now. He may try to run this as literally as far as he possibly can. Here comes Forstner to pit road. Dana Ryan right behind him. So we're seeing the last of the leaders come to pit road. There you see Cody Smith making his pit stop right in front of. Forstner with good pit selection. Has the open stall in front of him. Easy in, easy out. Here comes McAvoy, your leader, finally to pit road. That's going to put Kamba in a spot. He heads for pit road. Steven Pearson going by. He'll assume the lead. Baycorn started last, now scored second, has yet to pit. McAvoy. Right side's already on. Left side's going on. And he'll drop off to Jackson, roll away. Let's see where Barletta is. Coming through 3 and 4. Rundle got out in front of Boyd and Vinny and everybody else. I think Adam Vinny might have had a penalty. He is way back here. He is a very long ways off this lead bunch, and he was right in the thick of things. Right front fender. Looks like they got it pulled out pretty good. May not be perfect, but it looks pretty darn good. Still got a little crease right at the top of the tire. That probably isn't going to hurt him very much. Todd Cleek headed for pit road. He's one of the last 3 or 4 trucks to go to pit road. Caution! That might mess some things up. That might be the end of the stage, actually. So, some of these guys did not pit. They cannot pit between stages. So I'm not sure what the strategy is here. Maybe to have better tires later on. That's why you saw a lot of these guys wait until 40, 41, 42 because they knew the pits were going to close lap 43. So last lap you can possibly get on pit road, they got on pit road. There are only 7 trucks on the lead lap. Coy Callis is one of those. He is directly in front of Steven Pearson and has already made his pit stop. Only Pearson and Baycorn did not stop. And I'm not sure. Maybe Pearson is heading in now. That truck might be out of fuel. He is not out of fuel, but he did stop to drop to the back. They'll have some sorting out of things to do. Forstner waved around. Baycorn had not pitted and does not go to pit road. It's Brandon Mackey right in front of him. Mackey about 3 laps down. 21st in the running order right now. He's two full laps, not quite 3 laps down because he's right in front of the leader. Pearson pulled out a line. to go to the pits. And he's going to have to start at the very back of this thing. If Forstner's at the back of the field, it shows him as the leader. And I think scoring is very, very messed up right now. Mike Forstner's at the back of the field, but he's really the first truck. And he probably should stop and wait for the pace car to come around. Bacorn scored second. Then McAvoy, who's already been on and off pit road, Barletta, Rundle, Boyd, Callis, Ryan, Spalding, and Smith. I want to grab Adam Vinny, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up, bud?
What rule did you break? I got to know because you were up there and now all of a sudden you're way back off the pace.
I did not break a rule. When Harley couldn't hold his truck down and ran me up into the wall, I got wheel damage. So I tried to repair some damage.
Okay.
And wasn't able to. I don't know what's going on right now.
Okay, I thought maybe you might have got a speeding penalty getting on or off pit road or something because you went from running up there at the front to way at the back, and it looked like the truck was running pretty good even after the contact. It looked like you were doing okay, just the fender was bent in, but it's good to know that there was some damage and the boys on pit road had to fix it.
Yeah, I still have almost 2 minutes worth of damage. It'd be nice to get fixed, but without a yellow, I'm basically screwed.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Maybe you'll get lucky and get your caution. You'll be able to run in there and get some things fixed up.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I hate it for the team, but we'll see what we can do.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
Adam Vinny. And I forgot that he'd gotten into the wall. I thought maybe they were able to pull the fender out. Really, it wasn't easy to see that he had wheel damage as good as that truck was running. Man, he was running really good. So now we still have Mike Forstner at the front. But Garrett Boyd now has scored second, but there's a whole lap that is wrong. Well, that may be true, but he is I don't think he should have been last in line unless maybe they didn't send the other guys to pit road. Yeah, they sent them to the back. So maybe that is why scoring is a little goofy right now, but he scored number one, but it's really the 21 truck if we're waiting for those two trucks in front of him to wave around when we get the one to go. We'll wait and see. I know Steven Pearson had the lead, and when he went to pit road, a lot of trucks cycled by. There goes Cleat to the back in the 45, or he got out of line. I thought maybe he was going to the back.
All right, man. Like you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
We are figuring out the running order, getting everybody squared away. I do feel like Forstner got on and off pit road, and he should be right in front of all of these guys right here. Boyd, Rundle, McAvoy. But they waved him around, and he went all the way to the back. But he is actually scored a lap ahead of them, even on my live timing. He is on lap number 50. Everybody else is on lap number 49.
right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
I do feel like that truck probably is really the leader anyway. He should be right in front of the 21 of Boyd. He just needs to pull over and wait for all these guys to catch up. Let the pace truck, the 56 and the 45 go by, and then slide in line, and scoring will fix itself. It is very rough when cautions fall in the middle of pit cycles and trucks are out of order, haven't pitted yet. It can confuse a lot of things. Timing and scoring, the main one. Driver's secondary, but timing and scoring for sure. A lot of trucks moving around all of these leaders. They've got Coy Callis up to second. No, very confusing is what it is. It may take us a while without direct contact with these guys. It may take us a while to figure out what is going on. They got Brandon Mackey, who is the first truck a lap down on this pole as they line them up 2 by 2. So I think even if the lights go off the next time and we get started, the scoring pylon is going to stay the same until they correct this. This happened almost 2 full seasons ago at Phoenix truck race over with the other guys, and it never corrected itself. So manually had to go back and rescore that race after it was over. That was a tough evening for all of those admins over there trying to figure out who went where in the line. A caution right in the middle of the pit cycle. Guys on pit road scored in a spot. The field freezes at that moment. It's a mess. So the 99 truck, scored in 18th position, is going to restart on this front row. We'll see how scoring shakes out when we get ready to go back to it. So we get back into the zone.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag flies once again. Segment number 2 is underway. Now we start to see the change. Callis goes to the point. Lap truck out in front of the field, but he is the last truck on the lead lap. Dana Ryan right to the front. And they're inhaling the 99 truck right now, and he is right in the middle of the track. These guys trying to figure out which one needs to go where. Adam Vinny is back up here. Damaged truck and all back in the top 3. Callis is trying to hang on to second, trying to stay in the gap for clean air. That's going to close up. Spalding's up top. He's side by side with Vinny. Vinny dives it in on Mackey. They're 3 wide through 4. This is not going to work. There goes the 2 truck loose. He's going to take out part of the field as Kevin Spalding goes around as well. This could be a parking lot. Let's go back and watch what happens here because the 2 is out of shape. Spalding locks it down and keeps it there. So shaking it out. It's all going to work out here. It's all back to normal. And a natural caution. I should give the 64 truck a chance to go to pit road as soon as pits open. They were still closed. You can see the red light flashing there at the end of pit road. Ryan Vinny, the 33 of Smith, Rundle, Chavez in the 23, Gomez, Gaxel, Barletta, Callis, who has a lot of damage now in that 2 truck. He's got a lot of problems with it. He was 10th. Michael Everett, Boyd, Forstner, 13th. Kevin Spalding, who got turned around backwards. He's got a lot of damage in the truck. There comes the 21 of Garrett Boyd. He got a lot of that. Look at the right front on the 21 truck. So he got pieces of that incident. Adam Vinny made his way to pit road. Going to try to go in and see if they can do something with that wheel on the right front. That's going to shake some things up. Sometimes you'll have this with big time racing. And it is big time. There is Stephen Pearson. Stephen Pearson is scored 12th. I am not sure what is going on with this pace car. As Dana Ryan is here, and the pace car is up here in front of all these guys. Yeah, right in front of Don Jordan. Travis Scheid, Michael Everett, we have not seen this before. Are all the lap cars going to double up and start side by side in front of the leaders? So it looks like Scheid and Everett have the front row. Forster and Barletta. Baycorn and Pearson. And it looks like McAvoy is sliding in front of Ryan here.
Green, green, green.
restart a lap 46, working lap number 47. Scheid, then Forstner, McAvoy, and Ryan. I see Steven Pearson back here. He scored in 6th, but he is not 6th in the line. He's got some trucks to pass to be 6th in the line. Meanwhile, Mike Forstner now to the point. That's Baycorn. I'm not even sure what position Baycorn is in, but it doesn't look like the lead right now. Reed Rundle is scored as the leader. Because I wish I could tell you what is going on, but I cannot. This is weird because Reed Rundle is scored as your leader. There's Mike Forstner. Forstner was up front a moment ago. There's only 6 trucks on the lead lap according to timing and scoring. '18th place, Derek Baycorn, couple of laps down according to timing and scoring, is out front right now. Brian McAvoy scored 6th, was running 2nd. Greg Smith just passed him. But the guy 4th in the line is showed as the leader. And the guy behind him, 5th in line, is scored 7th a lap down. I can't tell you guys what is going on with the timing and the scoring. This is the strangest thing. But Reed Rundle scored as your leader right now. Cody Smith in that 33. Dana Ryan, Frank Chavez, Kyle Gomez. The only trucks I see on the lead lap to McAvoy. McAvoy in front of these guys, but shows him on the tail end of the lead lap. There's Barletta, supposed to be 8th right now. Oh, contact a little bit between Cody Smith and Mike Forstner. Slowed the 69 greatly. Reed Rundle, Cody Smith, and Dana Ryan now. 1, 2, 3 on the scoring pylon, but 4th, 5th, and 6th in the running order. Adam Vinny got off pit road, but he shows a lap down. He's running at full speed. Maybe the truck is, if not all the way, most of the way fixed. That was Baycorn right in front of Rundle right there. Just barely brushed the grass. Smith was on the outside and got to the corner of the 43. Barletta come with a big run from behind. Barletta shown in 7th, a lap down right now. So Rundle's got his hands full now, working to the outside of Baycorn. I believe that's a lap truck. He is just trying to hang on to the lead at the moment. Right behind McAvoy. McAvoy 6th in the running order. This is wild. I have not seen the scoring get this wacky on one of these races ever. Was watching Dana Ryan momentarily right there. He got up. If he didn't hit the fence, he scared it to death. And now he's working on Cody Smith. Trying to take the second spot away. Yeah, contact. Here we go. We're getting a caution.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
We can see that one coming. Back this up just a little bit. Smith didn't want to be behind Barletta, and Ryan was to his door. These guys have to make a green flag pit stop in this segment, so we'll see what happens here. We're waiting for the pace car to come by and put these drivers back in order. So McAvoy is going to get the benefit of going all the way around and getting to the back of the field. That's what I said, Scotty. And I said the same thing, truck low. Now, drivers can choose to pit here. John, man, I agree. I agree so much. Here come a lot of trucks getting waved around. You saw Garrett Boyd go by. Stephen Pearson went by. I saw Mike Forstner go by. Yeah, no, that's really not how it was supposed to work. The throwbacks are just the paint schemes, not the whole night. But I like where your head's at. What happened was that the guy that was leading wasn't supposed to pit. And the top two hadn't pitted yet. When he pulled off, and then Baycorn fell back, I think it completely messed up the scoring, and they gave the wave around to the 69 truck, who should have stayed put because he actually got out of the pits in front of a lot of those guys. Everything started to get out of whack, and it just has not recovered. I think we're going to get back where we're supposed to be now with about 14, 15, maybe 16 trucks back on the lead lap in the right order. And we'll start to double up. And I think the running order is correct now. We should have everybody. Travis Scheid should be coming across the line to get back on the lead lap. And he should be the last truck, 16th. Derek Baycorn, right in front of a bunch of the, well, I don't know why he's right in the middle of all this, but he's the next truck to get laps back. Where did Adam Vinny get to? Adam Vinny is on the lead lap, and he's 11th currently. But everybody took the wave around. We'll start single file behind this top 10. We still got a few laps to get through this session. Remember, these guys have to make a green flag pit stop for 4 tires. Mandatory. So it looks like things are pretty well straightened up now. Pace car's out of the way. We're getting ready to go back. Still in segment 2. But getting ready to go back. Green flag racing right here. There's Rundle on the throttle. Father Time getting things done here tonight. It is throwback. We're going to go back to his younger heyday. Couple of trucks broke away. Then it is a huge pack behind starting with the 52 of McAvoy. Remember, McAvoy was on the tail end of the lead lap. He was nearly getting lapped. And now he is up here in the third after the wave around. Saw Cleat go to the bottom. Oh, my. He's going to try to blend into traffic mid-corner at full speed. Wow. That could have been disaster, and it still might be, as he and Forstner are going to get together. And they may not be done with one another here. Cleat, the first truck, a lap down. Forstner's running fifth, but he's 2.7 seconds off the lead, especially after all the contact with the 45. The left front corner of that truck crushed in, pushed up and under. Harley Barletta right there, trying to take advantage of the fact that Forstner can't get around Cleat. And 2 laps ago, Cleat was down on the apron in the backstretch and comes shooting up the track in turn 4. Garrett Boyd, Adam Vinny, 7th and 8th right behind these guys. We're too deep, too wide. From 6th back to 8th. Make it 5th back to 8th is now Barletta. Makes his way past Forstner. Dana Ryan to the point. He scoots by that's Reed Rundle. These two are a little over a second ahead of Brian McAvoy and Frank Chavez and company. Not sure what lap we're going to see. So Frank Chavez in 4th, right in front of Harley Barletta. Lap truck, Todd Cleat, 16th in the running order. First truck a lap down. Fighting for every inch he can get, wants to stay there. You get another caution, he'll get his wave around. He's got them stacked up behind him. Right now, Barletta on the outside of Chavez. Forstner is right there. Vinny is right there. Boyd is right there. They're all racing for position inside the top 8. Chavez holding on in the 5th spot right now. Vinny looks like the truck is fixed right front. Back in line. At least the fender's fixed up, and it didn't look like that wheel was towed out like it was before. Not that it was affecting his speed a whole lot. Forstner and Boyd battling for 7th and 8th behind that, and then Stephen Pearson leading the pack. Scheid, Gomez, Spalding, Smith, Everett, Callis, all right there. 6 truck. Left side, all kinds of scuffed up. It's been an adventure all night long, that's for sure. These drivers still have to make a 4-tire stop under green flag conditions, evasive maneuvers, as the 6 of Scheid got up and into the fence a little bit, out of turn 4. You saw Brandon Mackey make a move to get away from him. Let's go back to the front because now 3 trucks in a bunch for the lead. Ryan, Arundel, and McAvoy all coming together. This is getting close to pit stop time. At the end of the stage, the top 10 will get inverted to start that final run. McAvoy got by Arundel. Can he get by Ryan here? Eases by about a truck length. And now McAvoy back to the front. Here comes Cleat. Cleat going to try to unlap himself the old-fashioned way. Arundel and Ryan almost got together out of 2. Both trucks a little loose. They almost came together center of the racetrack down the backstretch. Arundel. Clear and clean around the 1 of Ryan. That puts him third. Barletta 2.5 seconds behind that battle. And now he's got company with a 64 of Adam Vinny. So Vinny the 4th, Barletta 5th, Chavez right there in the 23 still in the top 6. Garrett Boyd is trying to reel him in and use the high side to do it. Then Mike Forster, Steven Pearson, Travis Scheid is still 10th. His adventure into the outside wall a few laps ago hadn't slowed the 6 truck down one bit. Gomez right behind them in the 55. That's 11th. Spalding, Everett, Cody Smith. It's a ways back to Callis. He's all by himself there in 15th. And then Cleat almost made it to the front to unlap himself naturally. He's running in the 3rd spot on the racetrack. Scored in the 16th spot. First truck 1 lap down. McAvoy's starting to ease away from these guys. He is out to 0.8 of a second over Rundle. Rundle is about 1.7 seconds ahead of Dana Ryan. Ryan is going to have company pretty quickly because Adam Vinny is only about a half second behind him in closing. And Vinny now, with the help of Barletta and Chavez, is at the bumper of the 1 truck. Got right to it, and all the dirty air took the nose and let it get tight, pushed out to the right. He's having to regroup and go back at him. Barletta, meanwhile, is going to go to the high side, try to take advantage of the broken momentum out of the 64. He'll get the job done, move him to 3rd, at least for the moment. Chavez doing the same. He's just following those two guys through, the 81, the 64, as Dana Ryan heads for pit road to make his 4-tire green flag pit stop on lap 76. McAvoy now 1.5 seconds ahead of Rundle. And Rundle 2.6 seconds ahead of Barletta and company. Mike Forstner now up to the 6th spot. Cody Smith dives off for his green flag pit stop. Waiting for the leader. Let's see when McAvoy decides he's going to drop off. Rundle hasn't dropped off yet. Coy Callis goes to pit road. Adam Vinny drops it out of line. He's going to make his green flag 4-tire pit stop. Kyle Gomez went with him. McAvoy keeping it on the racetrack. Rundle's doing the same. Barletta, Chavez, Forstner, Boyd. There's Kevin Spaulding in 7th. Pearson, Scheid, Everett yet to make a pit stop. That was Kevin Spaulding that bumped the fence right there. I think that's Kyle Gomez and Dana Ryan and company coming off pit road. I'm watching the leader. When is he going to jam on the brakes and head for pit road? It won't be this time. Reed Rundle will not go either. Neither will Barletta or Chavez. Nobody in that top 10 is going to pit road. Brandon Mackey. Mackey's 13th. A lap down. There goes Garrett Boyd diving off. Reed Rundle went. So did Everett. Scheid. Brian McAvoy still out on the racetrack. Got to make that pit stop before you run out of laps in the stage. Chavez ducking off the pit road, and now is Spaulding going to come? He did not. Forstner does not. Forstner's heavy damage on that left front now. It didn't look that bad when he was in a little bit of traffic, but it looks pretty rough now. Going to affect the handling of that race car. There goes Dana Ryan, who has been on pit road. There's Reed Rundle. Adam Vinny now cycling up beside his teammate. They're right behind Pearson. Pearson goes high, gives him room, lets him go. Everybody else headed for pit road. That was Forstner, Mackey, Chavez leaving pit road. Brian McAvoy ducks onto pit road finally. So that's going to put Kevin Spaulding out in front. And Dana Ryan will unlap himself the natural way. He's 7th, the last truck on the lead lap. The first to unlap, Reed Rundle will get that job done as well. So does Coy Callis. Adam Vinny. Here comes McAvoy back on track. He'll cycle back in behind all of these guys. Kevin Spaulding right there behind him is still your leader. And I think Spaulding slows her down and heads for pit road. He's going to have I thought he was going to have a harder time than that, keeping that back from getting on the racetrack. So that lets Cleek take over the point. And you can see Dana Ryan and company right behind him right there. Cleek will go to the point. It's 0.8 of a second to Dana Ryan. 15 laps still on the board. Reed Rundle getting after the one truck, and he's going to use the 45 as a pick. Ryan down the hill. He's not able to shut it before Vinny gets there. So Reed Rundle up front, Adam Vinny second, Dana Ryan. Todd Cleet is now fourth, McAvoy fifth, Barletta is sixth. And Barletta's about 3 1/4 seconds off the lead. Baycorn, Smith, Boyd, Chavez still in the top 10. Rundle out in front. Lap starting to click off. We're down to 12 to go. It's 0.6 of a second. Dana Ryan closing back up to the back bumper of the 64, right in the center of the corner. That truck got tight on the exit. The gap's starting to shrink at the front. It's under a half second now. Caution! So we'll get ready for the final stage. So stage 2 goes to Reed Rundle. We'll get the field grouped back up. And it looks like Cambo is going to be the last truck on the lead lap. He runs in 17th. Callis should get a wave around. And we'll make it 18 for the final stage. Father Time out in front. Reed Rundle, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, man. Stage 2 in the books. You're going to have a short sprint to the end here. What's the plan for the 43 truck to try to get this thing the rest of the way home?
Put the pedal down and go.
Well, the old man remembers the drill at least.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, 10 laps to go. I think maybe a guy or two on a couple laps fresher tire. We'll see how much that makes. But basically, at this point, that's it. 10 laps and give it all you got and hold on.
Well, impressive run to get up there and get the lead back. You were kind of keeping it at about a half a second over your teammate back there. So you guys will restart side by side. I guess we'll wish you good luck and see if you can bring that thing back home on top.
Yeah, 10-4. I didn't catch the last part. I had other people talking over you, but thank you.
All right, Reed Rundle, everybody out in front. Getting ready for the final stage. I don't know how many caution laps we're going to get here. Harley Barletta, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, bud?
Not too bad. Sitting here fifth. What do you got left in the 81 truck? And can what you have left get you to the point and win this All-Star race tonight?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not so sure what we got left. I don't know what the trucks in front of us have. I don't know what the trucks behind us have. It's been a weird going.
It's kind of been a strange night, but just a handful of laps will be left, about 10 to go, and that top 10's probably everybody in there is going to have at least a shot. You're right in the middle of it. What's it going to take? Clean air, or do you got enough tire, you think, maybe to make a move or two and catch somebody off guard?
Well, I'm going to use all the tire I got here and try and at least get a spot or two, if not hold off this spot and get in the top 5 here. That's what we're looking for.
All right, man. Well, I know you guys got to be getting ready and getting close to getting the one to go, so good luck to you, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you here in just a few minutes.
10-4, bud. Thanks.
That's the 81 of Harley Barletta, fifth right now. If you look back here, Frank Chavez is still in the top 10. He's right in front of Mike Forstner, and he's right behind Cody Smith. So he's in between some pretty fast trucks as they will double it up, and we will get ready for the 10-lap sprint. This is where all the intensity has ratcheted to this point. Here comes the way around. Mackey is going to get it. So we're going to have 19 trucks on the lead lap as Callis already had gone around, joined the back of the field. So Mackey will go, and he will have his opportunity to try to come from 19th and see if he can do something with this. I see Ryan Kamba down on the apron in that 204 truck. Kamba is 17th in the running order. All right, doubled up, Rundle and Vinny, and then Orion and McAvoy, Barletta and Cleek, Baycorn and Boyd, Chavez and Smith in the top 10 with 10 laps to go. Pay window is in sight. A short 10-lap sprint to the end. And the green flag is back in the air. Rundle to the point. Caution. 25 truck is going to have a problem here. Oh, Todd Cleek, Garrett Boyd. We need to get on those guys. Well, that's what. Oh, Cleek just got old tires, got out of shape. He's going to cause a major pileup. I told you things could get crazy. And crazy was definitely a word for it. Watch this one more time. You can see right here. On the gas, little tire spin right there. Right when he got ready to shift. The truck's behind him, really nowhere to go. So caution laps ain't going to count. They haven't all night long, so we will still have 9 laps to go. And Reed Rundle's going to have to try to get it done again. Top 10 has shaken just a little bit. Rundle, Vinny, Ryan, McAvoy. Barletta's still 5th. Then Chavez is now up to 6th. Pearson, Gomez, Kamba, and Forstner. And I think some of these trucks have some significant damage. You can see the left front fender is gone on the 69 truck. Left front fender is destroyed on the 55 truck. I mean, Barletta drops out of 5th. He was right beside the 45 truck. We'll have to wait and see who gets the wave around. Damn. Broken fingernail. down to the end. And when the pay window's in sight, everybody's trying to be the first one in line to get paid. Well, Dana Ryan in the third. Dana Ryan, you got a copy? Dana Ryan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, sitting third for this restart. Going to have 9 laps. I know these guys got by you on that run right before we got to the end of the stage. Saving just a little so you can make a late race push here?
We're hoping. Got 2 team cars ahead of us. That's going to be pretty tough to deal with, I think. But we'll give it all we got here.
All right, man. Well, we won't keep you. See you guys doubling up out there. Good luck. Bring it home on all fours, all right?
Roger that.
Yeah, ready for the restart. Wild and woolly once again as we get ready to do this. There's the 83 of Stephen Pearson. He should have just a tiny bit of nose damage. He pushed the truck out of the way during that last caution, and don't look too bad. Scuffed up. Looks like it may be pushed down just a little bit. The Toyota's crooked, so the nose is a little wrinkled, but we'll see if he can get it home. Left front fender's crushed in just a tiny bit. Not enough laps to make it worth going to the pits to see. There's Michael Everett right behind him. His right front fender is pushed in pretty good. But it's Rundle and Vinny still in the front row. All right, coming through 3 and 4. The pace car will get out of the way. 9 laps remain in our all-star event. And the green flag early in the zone. Dana Ryan's going to get a pretty decent start. He might be able to stay alongside the 64 of Vinny into 1 and 2. Now get them wound up down the backstretch. Vinny will pull some air off the 43, get a little bit of a draft. Oh, they got hooked up, and Vinny is going to hit the inside wall a ton right there. Wow. Let's go back. Woo-wee. Oh, drift up. It lets McAvoy go by. Oh, Adam Vinny. He took a wild one here. And Ryan tried to get to the corner and side draft and pull the 64 back, and he got too close and got into that left rear corner, and Vinny then goes for the Ricky Bobby. So I'm flying through the air. This ain't good. And Rundle just wants this to end. Now it's shaking up just a little bit more because Rundle, Ryan, McAvoy, Pearson is 4th now. Camba, Everett, Barletta, Mackey, Boyd. Oh, Mackey dove to pit road, so Boyd is 8th, Callis is 9th, and then Gomez now in the top 10. So we'll probably get one to go this time. Pearson now in this top 3. I don't know if the damage on the left front is going to affect the 83 truck a lot or not. Well, let's see what he thinks. Steve Pearson, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, third right now. We're going to get another restart with about 7 laps to go here. What's the plan?
I got some damage, and yeah, no, I'm just gonna try to survive. I'm just hoping your old timer in front of me gets going.
Yeah, well, we've seen several trucks tonight with a little bit of damage able to stay in the draft and then make a move when they needed to. Maybe play a little possum, hang back, try to get to the 43's bumper, and put a little sneaky sneak on the last couple laps.
Man, I don't know what it's got. I had wheel damage earlier, got it fixed, and now I got it again after this last caution. So, yeah, I'm not sure, man. I just want to survive, maybe. That would be awesome.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. We know you're going back to green. Keep it down on all 4s, will you?
I'm going to try. I got beer.
All right. Yeah, well, that's a staple in the Pearson cockpit. He's got to have his adult Mountain Dews. Whoops, wrong screen. All right, Rundle, McAvoy, Pearson, Camba, Everett and Boyd, Barletta and Callis, Gomez and Bacorn. Bacorn, remember, started last in this thing. Pretty near last. Scotty Tutu over there with his thoughts and prayers to these guys. Yeah, I think Adam Vinny, the 64 truck, I'm waiting for Kamba to get that because the stuff on the back of his truck, I got a great joke already lined up. Am I going to get to use it? All right, pace car is out of the way. Another restart in this final stage. And Rundle rolled him in pretty good. Pearson got a great restart. He'll be alongside McAvoy. Ooh, down to the bottom, right through. About a lane up and off. They're side by side. Here comes Garrett Boyd. Drop to the bottom. Shot around Camba. Now going to shoot around Pearson. Boyd up to third. 7 to go. Boyd loose off 4. Kamba got the wall as well. They are all over the place back there. Everett and company. That's Greg Smith was almost down through the grass. Up front. Oh, and I see the 21 truck got super loose. He's got right front damage. He clipped the wall coming out of turn 4 right there. So that big run he had looks like it's going to go by the wayside. He falls back to 5th as Bacorn got around him. And that 21 truck is crazy loose right now. McAvoy stalking the 43. It'll be the wave lap next time around. 5 to go. Barletta's 3rd and Bacorn is 4th. Mike Forster's up to 6th right now. That time McAvoy stuck the white line. Rundle brushed the fence out of 4. They're nose to tail getting down into turn 1. Up the hill. Rundle on the outside trying to use all the momentum, but McAvoy is alongside trying to pull that side draft and beat him down through turns 3 and 4. Can he get it done? Not quite this time. They'll race side by side again as Bacorn got around Barletta. He's closing in now. 4 to go. McAvoy's clear of the 43 and he pulls right in front of him. Rundle crosses him over. Caution. Oh, let's go see what happened to our buddy back here. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. This looks bad. That's Garrett Boyd again. Let's just watch what happens here. Yeah, they were already in this, I think. Packs the arrow. He got to the bumper. And then got to him a second time, a third time. Down across and into Cody Smith. Chavez gets a piece. So we're going to slow it down one more time. We're going to have about 3 laps to go for a shootout. Bacorn may have the best truck at the moment. He was closing in on Arundel and McAvoy when they got to racing right there. I just saw the one of Dana Ryan run down off the track. Went to the grass. There's Forstner as well. So it'll be a short one, a 3-lap shootout. That's the 28. Don Jordan up there on the outside. He might be waiting for the wave around. He should be the first truck not on the lead lap. And there he goes around the field. He'll be 1 lap down now. So we're waiting for the one to go here. Rundle and McAvoy still 1-2. Bacorn. Boyd is back to 4th. Cleek and Pearson. Gaxel, Callis, Gomez, and Cody Smith. Again, I thought Cody Smith caught a piece of that incident. Let's go back and try to take a look. Maybe out of time. I don't know. Yeah, Smith's truck got a lot of right side damage. Left front. Yeah, that's just a stripe on the truck, I guess. So maybe not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Well, let's go back to the front because they might be out of time in the server. We're creeping in on a 2-hour show here. Yeah, a little over 2 hours now. All right, we're going to get a restart here. Waiting for that pace truck to get, or pace car, excuse me, to get out of the way. See if Reed Rundle can hang on here tonight and win this All-Star event. Into the start zone. They almost touched. Rundle got a good start. Bacorn also got a pretty good start. Be 2 to go the next time by. Boyd drops to the bottom alongside McAvoy. Rundle clear of the field. Baycorn in line behind McAvoy, then Boyd and Cleek. 4-5. Here comes McAvoy again. Not able to get his nose to the inside of the 47 this time. 2 to go. If we make it to the white flag, the next caution or the next flag ends. It doesn't matter whether it's a caution flag or the checkered flag. Rundle looks like he is going to be able to hold these guys off. They're going to get side by side down the backstretch. He's at least going to get to the white flag with the lead. Caution behind. It's not over yet. Don Cleek, it looks like. Oh, that truck heavily damaged. Yeah. Got hooked right there. Let's see. Did he come down or did the 33 come up? He is going to hit the outside wall. Oh, he's going to hit Greg Smith first. Then the outside wall to Michael Everett, then hits Greg Smith. There's Coy Callis. A 2 truck. Where is Callis scored? He's 9th. Right in front of the 55 of Gomez. Chavez shied. Cleat still 13th. And I think Pearson's truck might be out of fuel. Well, that truck awfully quiet rolling in there. Yeah, they get a little fuel in her. She gets restarted. So it looks like we will get another restart, but we'll not get the one to go until the next time. There's the 28 of Don Jordan, 16th, and now it looks like he might. Oh, he'll get back to 1 lap down now. He was 3 laps, and he got the wave around last time. I thought that put him to 1 lap, but he was in front of the leader and got scored that way at the line because he was trying to wait for them to wave him around. So he will do the same. They'll come around this next time, give him the wave around. We started with 30. I can tell you we have 11 on the lead lap. We may have a total of 15 still running. Pearson's still sitting on pit road. Chavez. Cleek just rolled out. That truck is heavily damaged. He is just trying to get a finish out of this. And there comes Don Jordan. Well, the pay window's open, Scott King. You know what happens when the pay window opens up. Aren't you looking forward to our All-Star race? Sheet metal guy, suspension guy. Yeah. It looks to me like Reed Rundle chose the outside. He let Baycorn have the inside. McAvoy, inside row 2 next to Garrett Boyd. Cody Smith next to Harley Barletta. Ryan Camba. And Kyle Gomez. And then it's Callis and Gaxel. Scheid and Cleek, the last of the cars on the lead lap. That's 12th place. So we'll lose the pace car, try to get this done one more time.
Green, green, green.
Green flag late in the zone, but Rundle able to do a good job of keeping the tires underneath it. Baycorn will get away second on the outside. Once again, Boyd and McAvoy side by side. Barletta, one of the cleaner trucks on the track right now, but he just can't go anywhere in this traffic. Derek Baycorn coming around. It's going to be a white flag this time by. The end is nigh. Regardless of what happens next, it is over. Barletta sideways off of turn 2. He gathers it up on the apron. He'll lose some spots. But now, Reed Arundel out of turn 4. Checkered flag in the windshield, and he wins the All-Star race. Baycorn second, McAvoy, Boyd, and Smith, your top 5. Kamba 6th, Barletta, Gaxel, Gomez, and Callis, the top 10. So we'll try to get them around. Hopefully they bring their trucks around on the front stretch. They're not all going to make it, but that's okay. Trying to find some of these guys in our chat here. McAvoy is here. It's fun trying to move these guys through all these channels without... Okay, he can. There, Derek Baycorn came up there. Rundle. I don't see a Cody Smith. I don't have a Cody Smith up here, so there he is. We'll get him as well. Try to move him and jump him a couple at a time, and then we'll get them all where they need to be. Up here with us. We'll bring him in first. Cody Smith, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
5th place tonight here in the All-Star race, and it was not without trial and tribulation, man. Tell me real quick about the race tonight.
This race was wild. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm just glad I survived. I just want to thank all the sponsors that put everything on, the Midwest Truck Series, Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, Dirt Racing Network, and the Port Charlotte Lawn Care. But yeah, just happy to be part of this league. Glad I could finally get a little somewhat podium, I guess you'd call it, in this race. But I ran into the 81 on the last lap, and it wasn't because I was going for that 5th place money. It was just I couldn't keep it on the bottom of the track. But so extend my apologies to him. But all in all, good race and glad to make it to the end.
Well, a lot of interesting stuff happened out there, man. Congrats on the run, and thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cody Smith finishing in 5th, and now we'll move on. We saw him make a run late. He's going to come up in 4th at the end of this thing. Garrett Boyd up and down, sideways, backwards. The back end looked like it was wiggling all over the place. Interesting race is probably an understatement.
Yeah, after a couple little incidents that we had, I was a little loose on exit, but really center off. I don't know how much damage I have. I don't know how the truck looks.
The front end is narrow. I'll tell you that much. The front end is very narrow. It looks like McAvoy's just trying to give you a push to somewhere. I don't know why. He's just trying to get you out there with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, they're pleading with him on game chat, trying to get him to push all the guys up front.
Well, Cody Smith already took his off. Interesting night, to say the least, man. A fourth-place finish gets you in some pretty good money here tonight. Not without a lot of effort, though.
Yeah, I kind of stuck with it. I really wasn't planning on running this, and it was kind of a last-second deal. And I asked if I could join without being in the driver's meeting, and they said yes. I ran it. I haven't ran any practice other than the little bit we had early. So just tried to hang with it and really just survive. I didn't feel the greatest on the long run. I kind of felt like I'd burn stuff up pretty quick and fall backwards.
Well, an awesome job, man. Give me some shouts, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
I'm in VR, so I can't see the sponsor list, but I know Secure Lift and Port Charlotte Lawn Care sponsor this deal.
Yeah.
And all the guys that put this on. I know tonight was a little hectic with the caution laps not counting, but everybody kind of handled it well, and they got everything ruled out and fixed. So the admin team did a great job with this deal, and thanks to them, and thanks to Michael for putting this deal on. And what other sponsor were you fixing to tell me?
I was just saying the series itself, buddy. Don't forget everybody that puts it on, and you did that. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody that puts this thing on and sponsors this deal, and you, Roger, for broadcasting, so we can go back and watch us crash virtual cars.
You got it, buddy. Congrats on the run. I'll see you around next week. We'll be right back here. Just think about that. You got a whole nother week of this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, sounds fun, doesn't it? All right, thanks, Garrett. Garrett Boyd, everybody. He's going to finish in fourth here tonight. Now let's move on, and let's find there he is. There is Brian McAvoy. Brian, you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, man, thanks for pushing Mr. Boyd over there into the line so that we could, get a nice little interview with him. Really strange race, but you're going to come home third tonight. Pay windows open. Good payday for the 52 truck, which is really the 79 truck. And I love the throwback. Kenny Schrader fan. I've enjoyed this night thoroughly. So tell us a little about your race. And then late in this thing, I thought you might have one of the better trucks.
Absolutely. I think we definitely proved we had the fastest truck on the long run tonight, winning both the first and second stages. Just needed that 10-lap sprint to pretty much go green for 5 to 7 laps to really give myself a shot. I was definitely faster than the two in front of me, but the fastest truck doesn't always win. So part of the deal, and all-star race, just have some fun. But just tried to survive, and as usual, good on the long runs.
Yeah, like I said, it was kind of interesting. We get through that stage there at the first part, everybody pitted and coming out in a caution, and then, man, it looked like the order was jacked up for the longest time. And finally, race control got it all figured out. Did anybody have an idea where they were really supposed to be before that?
Not really. At one point I showed a lap down and didn't know how that was possible, and just all I could do was hope they figured it out, and fortunately they did. And I just focused on running good smooth laps, and like I said, just hope that it would sort itself out, and fortunately it did.
Well, an awesome job, man. Give me some shout outs and thank yous. I'll let you get out of here tonight.
Absolutely. Just first want to start off by thanking the Midwest Truck Series, Secure Lift, Boat Lift Restraint Systems, Dirt Racing Network, Port Charlotte Lawn Care for making everything tonight possible, letting us come out here, have some fun, and it's definitely putting some money on the line, makes it even more exciting. So then, as always, just got to thank Franklin Motorsports for letting me run this Kenny Schrader throwback. And as a big dirt fan, Kenny's still keeping the dirt fans alive. So lots of fun, and so thanks so much for everybody.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll see you next week.
You bet. Take care. Thanks.
Brian McAvoy finishing third tonight, and now we'll grab the 47 truck of Derek Bacorn finishing in second. Derek, great run.
What's up, brother?
I thought you might have a little something for the 43 there towards the end on those restarts. It looked like it just didn't pan out on the last one very good.
Too many cautions. Didn't give his chance to tires heat back up, and we're all pretty much on an even playing field with a lap or two left.
Yeah, it looked like clean air was kind of a big deal and a little bit of a run, and that's what McAvoy said too. He said, man, I needed it to have 5 to 7 laps and let the truck kind of come in a little bit, and I might have had something for those two guys up front. But a good run nonetheless. I mean, 28 positions. You start the back of the field, you come home second in the All-Star race tonight.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I start in the back every week. I don't ever qualify. I'm not a qualifying kind of guy. I like driving through the field. It makes it a little more interesting.
Well, it has made it interesting all season. It definitely made it interesting here tonight, man. Great run. Give me some shout-outs before we let you get out of here.
Of course, the Midwest Truck Series, Secure Lift Boat, Lift Restraints, and obviously you guys here hosting us at the Dirt Racing Network.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I will look forward to seeing you start in the back again next week and see how far you can make it through the field.
I don't think so next week, sir. I think I'm only sixth in points. But I will be in the back anyway because I won't qualify.
Well, you get to start in front of the top 5. Maybe you can keep them behind you all night.
Yeah, that probably won't happen. I'll let them by.
All right. All right, man. Congrats on the run. I will see you next week one way or the other.
Hey, appreciate you, Roger.
Derek McCorn in second tonight. And I guess we get this guy in here. The old fart still knows how to lick the jar anyway. Reed Rundle, you held him off.
I did. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I did. All those restarts at the end, I guess, kind of helped.
I was going to ask, did they help or hurt? Because for me, it always gets frustrating when you just have restart after restart. But for you, the tires never got a chance to come to temperature. You got the advantage of starting first and then being able to kind of choose where you put the air.
Yeah, and Brian was faster than I was. Talking with Jason before being pulled up, to talk to you, and I didn't realize he was on almost 9 laps fresher tires too. So, maybe they were a blessing in that sense, to be able to get that little jump and then try to hold on from there. But I would have settled for a top 5. I had a good night. It was a good run. It was a lot of fun. So, that's the main thing. But winning it, we'll take it.
Even with all of the confusion going all night long, you were able to stay focused. And I know, the Geritol helps, but how were you able to overcome? Because it was weird right in the middle of the race with that yellow flag during pit stops and everybody a lap down. It had me confused for a while.
Well, it was a mess. I feel bad for race control at that point, and it was almost kind of a situation where it was kind of had to put up his hands and say, where you're at, go ahead and start and go from there. I don't know that it helped or hurt anything at that point of the race, just based on track position, because those guys ended up getting those laps back too. So it is what it is at that point. Race control learned a lesson, and series learned a lesson for maybe next time doing it a little differently. But in the end, it's you got to go with what they're telling you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looked like everybody finally got it figured out and worked out. Once we got back to racing, you just kind of kept the 43 right there in contention. You didn't fall back too far, and you didn't try to get too far ahead of everybody.
No, and I had for a change, I had a couple of good pit stops. We struggled with that in the beginning of the season horribly, and we got some good pit stops. Didn't lose hardly any time, if at all, or maybe even gained a little bit of time, and able to come back out on the track and hold position was a big thing as far as that goes. And then of course, coming down to that 10 to go is it's a white knuckler. it's a little strenuous.
Awesome job, All-Star winner. You're going to get the big check. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go, probably go nighty-night, sir.
Yeah, got a bunch of them too. First of all, I'd like to thank Midwest Truck Series for putting the show on tonight, obviously, but the series and the admins over there. The series sponsor, Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, for coming on board this year and sponsoring this series. The Dirt Racing Network. I've said it to you anytime we talk. We've known each other for a long time. I appreciate you. I think you do a great job, and that's awesome. As far as sponsors on the truck, our normal Beard Wisconsin. Wabam, 5-Star Bodies, those guys. But we did throw a new logo on the hood this week, and a little shout out to pretty close to a lifelong friend that we lost last week, Mark Brunner. The Brunner name from our other series that we've run. That is John and Randy's brother that passed
They're
away
in
last
chat.
week. Yeah, Pride of Tosa. You know, I knew him back in the late 70s, early 80s when he first started racing. And I will tell you this, hadn't talked to him in a very, very long time, except for here and there. You know, it says great racer and better friend on the little logo on the hood, and that is for a reason, because anybody that knew Mark, he was just always that nice guy at the track, always personable, kind of the big teddy bear guy. Everybody, you know, loved him, and it's a big loss for the Wisconsin racing community.
Well, awesome job, man, doing the logo and the man proud. Congrats on the win. I'm not even going to kid you too much about being old. I really ain't.
Nah, you know,
You're getting it done.
Maybe experience helped tonight. I don't know. You know, it's like I'm not washed up. You know, a few weeks ago I felt like I was about ready to hang it up, and I have too much fun doing it. So until I can't get in and out of the rig, I guess you're gonna have to maybe interview me once in a while.
You know what? I never mind, because it's always fun. Tonight I'm just gonna let you go with an awesome job, man, and I can't wait to see you back Monday night, back here at Charlotte again. Maybe the momentum will keep going.
Yeah, we had a couple good finishes last 2 weeks, and bummer for my teammate Adam. He was running the full tribute to Mark. That's one of Mark's old paint schemes that we whipped up for him and stuff. But wish we could have seen him up here too. But overall, thanks again, Roger, and have a good night.
All right, man. Reeder Rundle picking up the win, the All-Star race here tonight, the Midwest Truck Series. Guys, as far as all the other stuff, I have nothing to do with running the league. I did not see exactly what happened. I saw some of the aftermath of it. We just caught it on there as we were trying to get back to live from the replays. I'm sure that race control and everyone in the league will do whatever needs to be done, whatever's within the rules about whatever they saw or whatever's reported to them. Other than that, I can't speak on that, because I'd just be an idiot to do so. Interesting race, a little confusion. It's difficult when you do a different format than what is normal, sometimes for race control to stay with it, the drivers to completely understand and follow it, and for broadcaster to sometimes, you know, stay on target. I did the best I could with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. It ended up being a pretty good race. Interesting to see the way that it shook out at the end, and you know, when the pay window opens, all the aggression is going to come to the front, and we saw a lot of things happen in that last 10 laps that we normally do not see out of this bunch. So it was a little out of character for the whole group, but that is what happens when the big checks are getting handed out at the end of the night. So unfortunate that it ended that way. As far as all the rest, like I said, can't speak on it, don't want to. Great job out there by all the drivers tonight, man. I want to thank you. Awesome viewership. I've been watching the numbers kind of all night long. You guys are awesome coming and watching. I love the chatter. I don't care what we're talking about. As long as we're keeping it family friendly, I don't care what you guys are talking about in there. It's been great. I love that you're paying attention, that you're involved. It's awesome for me. I hope it was awesome for you. I know there's some disappointment going around all that. That's part of racing. That's all I can say to that. But I do want to thank you very much for being here, because without you guys, there's no reason to do it. And without all the leagues giving us great racing to watch every time we go live, there's nothing to cover. So I'll high five a pat on the back all the way around. Be sure to come back and see us next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. DSRL Fitz Automotive Truck Series on Monday night. Season finale. We'll crown a champion right now. Adam Vinny has the points lead going into the night. Casey Graves has the points lead on Tuesday nights for the Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida Stock Car Series presented by Beef O'Brady's. Make sure that you come and watch both of those. And then we'll be right back in here for the Midwest Truck Series. Not an all-star race next week. So mark down your calendars. But until we do see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times.